Yeah, there's a chance that we get to the end of this and I've done this all completely wrong, but I think I understand. Just so that you guys can maybe get to know us a little bit more. We won't necessarily stick with the question, but we'll just kind of see where it takes us during this little conversational bit. But Jack, I want to know what if you could be like a professional at something. So that could be music, sports, any industry. Like, what would your dream profession, like professional skill level be?
Okay, so with this question, I'm thinking that you're also kind of a celeb. You're kind of a celebrity in this too.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think I know pretty clearly what I would want to be.
Okay.
And this is I would want to be a professional celebrity chef.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's so much you can do with that. Like Gordon Ramsay is a personality in himself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's not a one-dimensional chef. He's like Gordon Ramsay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, well, I can't say that because that's not always true. Gordon Ramsay's pretty fit. He knows how to make good food that's healthy for you. I won't make comments on Guy Fieri when talking about that. Well, Guy Fieri makes food that's really freaking good, but it's not very good for you, if you know what I mean.
Flavortown, yeah.
Flavortown, yeah. I don't know. It'd be a good question would be would I want to be more of a Guy Fieri or would I want to be more of a Gordon Ramsay? And to that, I would say I would want to be right in the middle.
So frosted tips, but healthy food.
I was thinking I would take more of Gordon Ramsay's hair, but I would get the frosted little. But he's got a frosted part like right
patch,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a frosted soul patch. I would take Guy Fieri's frosted soul patch. I've just like watched them make stuff. Gordon Ramsay making burgers is like
it's so impressive.
It's so and just like knowing like if you're a chef, you can appreciate so much more food. So like your taste buds get more defined or whatever. Because I feel like I'm a pretty picky eater, and I feel like if I was a chef, then I wouldn't be as picky of an eater because I'd be more seasoned to eating different foods. You know?
Definitely. I think it's so impressive also, like I've seen interviews where people will just be like, okay, how would you make the best like steak, or how would you make the best burger, something like that. And like he just knows what to do off the top of his head. I just find that really impressive. And like it's obvious that like he's worked really hard for that goal. So I like that it's like, yeah, I like that profession, that it's not just like something that kind of falls upon you, like it's working hard for it.
Yeah, and like you can also be a personality. Like if Gordon Ramsay had a podcast, he might have a podcast. I would listen to that. He's hilarious. He has shows that don't even necessarily have to do with cooking, like Hotel Hell. I mean, most of the hotels have restaurants, but like
and I can't remember what the one is called that like it's more on like the managerial side of the restaurant. It's not necessarily like
Hell's
just
Kitchen.
the food. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. So yeah, he's had a very impressive career.
He has, and that's probably why I would want to be like Gordon Ramsay. Gordon, if you're listening to this, come on to our podcast. I'd love to talk with you. If you wanted to come and do a live stuff, you could come and make me food. I think I would eat anything. If Gordon Ramsay were to come to me and feed me something, I think it wouldn't matter what it was, I would eat it. If he said it was good, I would eat it.
Yeah.
I trust Gordon. I would definitely trust Guy. Not saying that I trust Guy more than Gordon, but like I know Guy's a bro, and I know he's gonna be making some crazy burger or something like that. That's gonna taste amazing.
Wasn't he he was in this past Celebrity All-Star game for basketball, wasn't he?
I know he's an NBA fan, so that would not surprise me at all.
I need to watch some highlights of that because I'm very curious He's a bro, but I'm curious if he can ball.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Same.
The only bro I know that can ball is Adam Sandler. Adam, if you're listening,
Really?
come on our podcast.
Shout out Adam.
That should be our new thing. It's like we know nobody's listening to this podcast, but like anytime we say a famous person's name, we just say if you're listening, come on to our podcast.
Exactly, yeah. And eventually someone's going to stumble upon it and we're going to get him on. And then that's how it goes.
Yeah, one of our 5 listeners will be freaking Adam Sandler or Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
All right, Samuel, I'm going to throw it over to you because I talked too much about being a chef.
All right. Okay, so hear me out. This is kind of a random one. But I think I would like to be... So I was thinking, like, okay, it'd be fun to be a professional athlete. Like, you get to do something that like you're good at and a skill. You know this. A sport that I really enjoy that's a little bit out of left field is badminton. I think I would love to be a professional badminton player because, first of all, I don't think I'd be recognized by anyone. And I'd be okay with that because Gordon Ramsay's getting mobbed every time he's walking out of a restaurant or out of a building. Badminton players are just so unassuming, but I still would get to compete in the Olympics. Also, America doesn't really have badminton players, so it'd be really cool to be like the only known American badminton player.
I don't think anybody would know. Sorry. I mean,
Yeah, maybe
I don't
so.
think anybody would know you if you were. Oh, well, I guess if you're like amazing at badminton. But even if you're amazing at badminton, people would just say play tennis.
That's true, but I don't know. There's so much difference. People compare it to tennis. You can't compare it. They're incomparable games.
So, my question is, how much do you think professional badminton players are getting paid? And is there a professional badminton league in the United States? And
That's an excellent question.
If so, are people making their careers playing badminton?
Okay, people definitely make careers based off of playing badminton. I don't know. I don't have an answer to any of the other questions. But I don't know. I think if I was good enough, I think the rest of the dream would form around me. So
Get those at Nike endorsements.
Yeah, exactly. Nike endorsement.
Custom boots.
Mm-hmm. It'd be fun to play in the Olympics. Like if I was good enough to get like an Olympic gold medal, like after America's never won in that sport before ever, I think. Like that would just be, I think that would be such a cool moment to hold that record. And also I think it's kind of funny, but I really do love badminton.
What is the badminton powerhouse in the world? Is it, I don't want to make any assumptions.
It's definitely China.
Okay, I was going to say, but I didn't want to make any assumptions.
China and Malaysia, I think, are kind of the big ones.
So do you think realistically, if you trained, you could beat China? Well, I guess that's not a fair question because this is dream. I couldn't beat Gordon Ramsay in a cook-off right now, even if I trained for the rest of my life.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, realistically, even if I started now, it'd be too late. But I would love to see someone train from the, like, maybe that's what I'll do with like my son or daughter. I'll just like start them young playing, and I will breed a badminton player from the ground up.
That's like Venus and Serena Williams, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. I will.
The Joe Jackson of badminton.
Exactly. That's what I want to be known as.
Nobody wants to be known as the Joe Jackson of anything.
You're right. I'm joking, but
unless your name is Joe Jackson.
Yeah. But anyway.
Or unless you're Shia LaBeouf's dad.
Yeah. He'd like to be known as Mel Gibson from now on, though.
True. You'll hear about that in a later podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a secondary one that's like really close?
More realistic.
Well, I wouldn't even say more realistic, but just like you had trouble deciding between the two of them.
It'd be fun to be like a famous musician. Like I really enjoy music, and even just like art. Like I think it'd be kind of cool. Like I appreciate that like Kanye West. Like he delves into a lot of different forms of art. That's a little bit controversial because like I think people kind of laugh at a lot of the other things he does. But like it'd be cool to like, I don't know, kind of toe that line between like I'm interested in fashion. It'd be cool to do like fashion design stuff, but I also really enjoy music. But I don't have a ton of skill in either of them. So
I mean, I'd say if like I had to pick somebody that I would be like, I think I'd pick Donald Glover.
Yeah, yeah, Renaissance man, exactly. Yeah.
He's got music, acting, writing, stand-up comedy.
He does fashion stuff too. Yeah.
And he does fashion stuff too, yeah.
So yeah, everybody should just try and be Donald Glover. Is basically what we're saying.
Exactly. Everybody should try to be Donald Glover. I'm sure Donald Glover would. I don't know. I feel like he'd be that kind of person that'd be like, if you said that, he would just be like, man, I don't like that.
Yeah. But I guess on that note, thank you so much for watching, guys. Later this week, you'll be seeing an interview with Garrett, I think.
Yes, Garrett Thompson.
Our number one fan right now. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for that later in the week.